made a difference in the finals.
Were you looking at plugging in Lonzo from the offensive standpoint or the defensive standpoint in the lineup?
I would say more than anything, just me being comfortable offensively dribbling with him. It's like Luka just came out on Friday, I believe, right? And so that's a short turnaround. You don't have that much time to play with him. And so I played maybe 2 competitive games with him, and I'm not that comfortable with him. Luka's probably the better player, but I'm not as comfortable. So just
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up in just moments, from AT&T Center in San Antonio, the Heat taking on the Spurs. For Miami, they've battled through the first half of the season. 7th place in the East. Can they take it even higher? Spurs, Heat is next. We're back in just a moment. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. As Giannis Antetokounmpo celebrated his first Most Valuable Player award with the fans back in 2019, he said, "After this day, don't call me the MVP until I win it again next year." Well, guys, those words have proven prophetic as he went on to win the 2020 Maurice Podoloff MVP trophy. Kevin?
And David, he is just getting started. Great stuff. Thanks as always. So a moment now to see the story for Jaylen Brown.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Green, Antetokounmpo out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. And for San Antonio, Parker out there with Johnson. Then there's Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. Irving kicks to Hernan Gomez. Johnson for 3, and that one is off. And Miami the other way now. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first, and it's Brown missing. In transition, here comes Miami. Covington with the ball. Lowry looking around. From 12 feet out, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
I'll tell you what, Lowry has a number of ways to beat you from the mid-range.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Lowry against Irving. Lowry kicks to Giannis. His 3-pointers off the mark. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Irving. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Moving it up. That shot missing. Great D that time from Irving. Here's Brown. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown, going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Now here is Lowry. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Clock is at 3. Johnson finds Brown. Offensive rebound, Hernan Gomez. At the elbow, it's Brown. Outside Irving. Covington with the steal. The numbers in their favor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
The first one falls. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And both free throws good for Covington. Here's Irving. 33 points last game. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, past Hernan Gomez. Johnson kicks to Irving. And Covington sends it back. And here's the break. Lowry passes to Covington. And Parker with the block. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Johnson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Spurs shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And that one falls for Johnson. So he gets them both. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Lowry. And the layup's good off the glass. Lowry's got 6 points.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Joe Harris is checked in for Robert Covington. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Parker looking over the floor. But they'll get another chance. Green against Brown. On the wing, Johnson. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. In transition, here comes Miami. Green with the ball. The 15-footer. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They trail by 6. Brown against Green. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Now here's Brown. 35 points for him last game against Atlanta.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Here's Lowry, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Parker against Giannis. Back to Lowry. 6 to shoot. Giannis outside. Off target with his 3. Spurs trail by 6. Brown with it. Now Green defending. Brown against Green. Here's Brown. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Rebounded by Capella. Miami leading by 6. Lowry with the ball. He has 6. With the teardrop. Rebound San Antonio. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Now here's Giannis after Jaylen Brown's miss. Outside Lowry. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Count that one.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Harris dishes to Lowry. Green against Brown. Back to Lowry. They kick it out to Green. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Over in the corner, Brown. No good with the triple.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella.
He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 7th in field goal percentage, 8th in rebounding. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Now, here's Nunn. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Clock at 2. Lowry drives in. Not going to go that time. And the Spurs going the other way now.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Passes it to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Harris outside. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Portis comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Crowder in for Joe Harris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. And can these guys pass the ball? Kyle Lowry, number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Here's Lowry. He's got 6. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Walker. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Young trying to break free. Walker's shot is off. Miami leading by 7.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
Here's Barton after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Crowder with the steal. They get it back, and Portis throws it down.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Ray, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
But Trey hands it from downtown. And the Heat lead by 14.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And here's Napier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for Miami. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. To stop the run. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Miami. They lead by 14. Crowder kicks to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Lowry. 6 points for him. A floater. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside. It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And Henson pulls it down.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Barton finds Walker. It's deflected.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one. Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Crowder against Barton. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is off. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Miami. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James, Giannis had this to say.
I know if I put the work in, maybe 10 years from now I can be in the same sentence. But I got to put the work in, and whenever I face him, I got to show up. I cannot be taking a day off against him.
And, Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Heat team out there.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
We've got Shabazz Napier. John Henson out there with Young. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Walker in at the 2. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now Napier, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep. Napier kicks to Barton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barton's got 8 points.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Jackson looking it over. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, Napier with it. From outside, off the mark. The Heat leading by 16. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives him an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Brown comes in for Barton, and Irving subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. And here's Walker. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, a nice shot by Irving.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Offensive rebound. Portis against Henson. The fader to the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 20. Walker taking his time here. Pass to Irving. Here's Henson. And Young, here we go. The kick out to Walker for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
A different look now for San Antonio. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Henson. Parker comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Johnson in for Lonnie Walker. Then for the Heat, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. Harris comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Green in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Parker. No points in the game yet for him. Brown outside. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. For San Antonio, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Pass to Covington. And Lowry gets double teamed. Harris kicks to Green. And here's Covington from the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Hernan Gomez has got his 4th rebound in this one. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you. Here's Lowry. After the basket by San Antonio. Now Green. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Clock at 4. Now here's Irving. Brown outside. Back to Irving. And it's off from three-point range. Harris kicks to Lowry. Hernan Gomez against Giannis. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Heat now. 5 to shoot. And Lowry puts up a deep 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown, good.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 8 points his last outing. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Here's Covington, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. That's 10 points for Robert Covington. And it's Irving with the ball for San Antonio. Out to the right wing. Hernan Gomez finds Irving. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Poke loose, and the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. So it's Miami now. And here's Harris from the arc. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
And here's Covington following Jaylen Brown's 3. Covington into the lane. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Parker. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Brown's got the ball. And then Brown with the dunk.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train. At 225 pounds, he's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Now, here's Covington. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Here's Harris. They lead by 17. 4 on the shot clock. Over Hernan Gomez. Miami no good on that time either.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
Irving against Giannis. Irving passes to Parker. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
And San Antonio has possession, following the score by Miami. Hernan Gomez down low. Defended by none. The layup missed. For 3, Harris buries it from 3-point range. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
A different look now for San Antonio. Will Barton, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Napier in for Kyrie Irving. And Miami also making a switch. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Now, here's Nunn. He's got 5. There's the dish to Green. From past the arc. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
A tremendous floor spacer. Danny Green has that sniper's mentality.
Napier with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the paint. And the foul called on Danny Green. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Barton. 8 points for him.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Now, here's Nunn. The pass to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Puts one up from 19. Misses off the left iron. The Spurs have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And it's Brown missing. Miami leading by 23. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Fires from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. In the 3rd spot, Robert Covington.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Here's Giannis. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Giannis has got 6 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Napier. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And here's Barton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Capella kicks to Nunn. And it's blocked by Brown. And they're on the break. Ahead. 59 seconds left now here in the second. And finished off by Brown.
And guys, I don't think Brown gets enough credit for his toughness. This is a guy who never shies away from contact.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Young comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Walker subbed in for Shabazz Napier. The Heat also with a sub. Crowder's checked in. Now here's Capella. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Walker against none. Walker the pass to Barton. 6 to shoot to the inside. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Barton.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Nunn looking around. Down low. Here's Capella. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 6 points for Clint Capella.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
And so it's the Miami Heat riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What made him worthy of that distinction? And would you please, for the audience, say his last name?
Anyway.
Say the last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Oh, here you go again. Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
But even it's Antetokounmpo. It's like a
beat. Antetokounmpo. Got it.
That's pretty good. He can fly.
What about him?
Problem, listen, he doesn't settle. He goes at you. He dominates inside. Antetokounmpo. I will say his name correctly from now on.
Wow, really nice. That was actually pretty good.
Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna leave it as that.
Antetokounmpo. 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 Got it.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Antetokounmpo, Lowry out there with Green. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Covington in at the small forward. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Three-pointer, Lowry. Miami with a new 14. Look at that.
Nice.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Brown outside. Got a piece of it. Covington with the steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Covington with the ball. Great look, but off the mark. And San Antonio shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Irving, good.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
And it's Lowry with the ball. Brings it up for the Miami Heat. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Outside, Green. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
On defense, the Spurs. Capella finds Green. And the call will be against Hernangomez. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Hey, yo, right here.
Johnson against Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lowry for 3.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack. Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
Passes it to Brown. Offensive rebound, Hernangomez. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the matchup with the Suns, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Miami leading by 21. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Outside Lowry. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Lowry gets double-teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Heat with the ball. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Now here is Lowry. 10 points for him. To the middle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Kyle has a way of getting into a defender and drawing a foul.
The Heat have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
You know, a multi-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion now. It's taking some time, but Lowry has finally silenced his critics.
The Spurs making a switch here. Henson's checked in. And so Lowry nails both of them. Spurs trail by 20. And they call an illegal screen here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Irving. Averaging 25 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Heat. And Brown drops them both. Now Lowry. 12 points for him. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you for the finish, and Brown throws it down.
And you got to love how seriously Brown takes his ability to score. He has the green light to fire from just about anywhere on the court.
Now, here's Lowry. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. And Giannis throws it down.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Hernan Gomez kicks to Brown. He dishes it to Irving. Lets it go with a three. He's off on that one. And the Heat going the other way now. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Covington. The second effort. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points in the game.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
San Antonio calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
And the Heat making a change here. Portis is checked in. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You look at the Spurs. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And I think for San Antonio, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Nice shot by Portis. He's got 5.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Covington inside the line. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Spurs have been coming through at the charities. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. The first free throw is good. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning. Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And it's in there.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Jackson against Brown. Jackson drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
On its way from Irving for 2. Rebound by the Heat. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Top of the key, Harris pulls it up. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Walker with the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. Out to Harris. The 3. And the Heat, another 3.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
And Walker's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Irving. And it's Miami with the rebound. Lowry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside, Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Young's checked in for the Spurs. Will Barton comes in for Brown. Crowder, he's checked in for Miami. Kendrick Nunn comes in for Kyle Lowry. Portis against Henson. Here's Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Terrific body control from Kyrie and the showtime finish.
The Spurs have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And that one falls for Irving.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Now here's Jackson. 11 points in the game. Trying to get open is Crowder. Rejected by Walker, and he's able to get it back. Barton in the corner. There's the triple. No good there. And Miami the other way now. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You've got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Young finds Irving. Launches it. Rebound by the Heat. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Walker the pass to Irving. Pass to Young. 5 on the clock. Barton kicks to Young. And the foul on John Henson. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Parker's checked in for Henson. And it's Napier in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. At the elbow, it's Harris. Again, the miss by the Heat. Spurs shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Rebounded by Jackson.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with this shot all evening long.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. While there's a chance, let's show you the teams that have thrived on the fast break this season. The Heat in second.
You know, it's an entertaining style of play. And look, I mean, those are the baskets you want if you've got the legs for it. Scoring becomes a lot easier.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Both good from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Spurs shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Barton passes to Napier. Here's Parker, guarded by Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Walker. That one wide left.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 11. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 14 points for the game.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Looking now at the numbers for Will Barton. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Now here's Jackson. 14 points for him. Now here's Nunn. Here's Portis. Walker with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Barton on the wing, guarded by Green. They could use a bucket. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Jackson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside, Portis, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And so Napier will bring it up for San Antonio. Stolen by none. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Young with the steal. Here's Napier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Barton. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. This is his first free throw of the game.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Miami. Robert Covington comes in for Reggie Jackson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. That one no good. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Heat out front, just dominating this one. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Will Barton. Ejuan Moore is out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Young, and it's Lehman in at the 4-man position. Just 5 to shoot, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
Kevin, I think, let's be honest, it makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
First free throw is good. The Spurs making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Heat shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Nunn passes to Wanamaker. It's Crowder on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Crowder. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's a
tournament
tough one, isn't it?
for the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Now, here's Napier. Kick out to Moore. 3 on the clock. Rebound by the Heat. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Ilyasova. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And San Antonio shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. From 12 feet out. And it's Napier missing. And Nunn has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. It's tipped. Goes back up. And it's Ilyasova laying it in. Ilyasova's got 4 points in the quarter. And the Spurs with possession. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Mann. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shabazz Napier. That's foul number 2 for him. And, Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had 2 women drafted, Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin. I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure was Cheryl Miller.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Free throw drops for Napier. And both free throws good for Napier. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Nunn with it to the middle. Ball stolen. Moore in the corner. Young against Nunn. And Kendrick Nunn is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Passes it to Moore. Shot clock at 5. Here's Young.
And really, this is the role of Capella, to come out, play that strong defense, and alter as many shots as possible.
Here's Wanamaker, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Wanamaker's got his first points in this one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Lehman. Makes it off the glass. Lehman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Capella kicks to Ilyasova. Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Henson checked in for San Antonio. And then for Miami, Leonard, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Harris subbed in for Kendrick Nunn. Here's Wanamaker. Outside Crowder.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Outside Crowder. Here's Wanamaker.
What you like about Etuan, he can do a lot of things for you defensively. Terrific instincts.
Here's Mann. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts. But I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that 3 is going to be vital.
He's perfect from the line this time. Miami's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Crowder. Goes back up. San Antonio with the rebound.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Here's Wanamaker. Outside Leonard. Harris looking it over. 4 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Mann passes to Henson. Well, Smitty, you were a player with versatility and length. How much fun would you have had with today's style of play?
I think, Kevin, I was a guy that kind of played 1 through 3 at 6'8". But nowadays, I could have played 1 through 5. I would have loved playing the 5 position. Reason why, I could have got my shot off at any time I wanted. And the three-point shot, Kevin, you can take 10, 12 three-pointers. I would have loved that.
The Heat making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Miami. Outside Leonard. To end the cold streak, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Fabulous night for Jackson. He's unconscious scoring the basketball. You see all the work he's put in, and it's paying off.
Now here's Moore. Back to Napier. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Here's Wanamaker. And here's Harris from the arc. Trains the three-pointer.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Spurs have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Napier. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Reggie Jackson. Last year, LeBron, as we know, Steve, broke Derek Fisher's record for most postseason wins. Talk about the weight of that accomplishment.
You know, Kevin, let's take those 2 players. Start off with Derek Fisher. Give him a lot of credit. As a role player, he was on some great teams and contributed. Unbelievable to have that record. And then on the flip side, LeBron James was on some great teams, and he was the reason they were great teams because he's one of the greatest players of all times. 2 different type of players, but both are very impressive.
Here's Wanamaker. Pass to Jackson.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Jackson.
You know, he was the 24th pick in 2011. I think it's safe for us to say Jackson's outplayed that draft slot.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Spurs shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And the pass to Henson. Offline with his 3.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Portis finds Leonard. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because now I think they're on to something if we could get that. You know, but in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And you look at the career shooting percentages for Myers Leonard. 48% from the field, 39% from three-point range, and over 80 from the free throw line. How is he averaging less than 20 minutes a game for his career?
You know, GA, he's probably asking the same question. But what I do love is he does the little things. And his scoring, he's efficient. He's earning his keep. has a chance one day to be a 50, 40, 90 guy.
Here's more following the score by Reggie Jackson. With some arc. Great D that time from Portis.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Harris outside. Pass to Leonard. Hey, Smitty, Steve Kerr talked about how Michael Jordan scared his teammates into becoming better players. Would that kind of approach, you think, work today with players entering the league?
You know, I think you have to be careful, yes. But I think on a general, if you're looking at just a blank sheet of paper on how to get guys motivated, I think it takes as leaders, which it starts with ownership, management, coach, and best players. If they work hard and they see the blueprint that way, they usually follow.
And the first one at the line is good. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Henson. Leonard hits them both. And the Spurs with possession here. And here's Napier. Pass to man. Knocked away. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Jackson is doubled. And a wide open look for Portis. No good on the triple. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now Young, after the missed three from Bobby Portis. Clock at 6. Young trying to break free. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 13-4 run. Pass to Wanamaker. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
A decisive finish for Reggie Jackson at the rim.
And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Young dishes to Napier. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Only one man back on D. And they double up Jackson. Leonard the pass to Harris. Back to Leonard. No good that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Moore outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Now here's Portis. That shot off the mark. Good defensive work there by Young. And it's Lehman in the corner. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Miami's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Harris passes to Jackson. Good defensive work there by Young.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Now Napier. Can they get it? And it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got his first points of the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Miami.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Reggie Jackson.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
Now Moore, after the missed three from Reggie Jackson. Napier feeling it out a bit. Here's Young. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Outside Jackson. A floater, and Napier pulls it down. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. No good with the elbow jumper. Harris outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Giannis, a big lead going into the break, and you never let up. What did Coach say at halftime?
Coach, I'm happy to keep having fun, keep playing together.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.